welcome back for another video. In today's video, we are going to be going over the patch notes for Season 8 Mayhem. Before we get into the video, please feel free to like the video down below, subscribe while you're down there. If you want to dislike the video, go right ahead, but I hope your mouse breaks. Just a quick side note to two things that I did not see in the patch notes. I did not see a nerf to the Massive. Gosh, I was hoping to see a nerf to the Massive. That gun is terrorizing me. Is it terrorizing you? Because it sure is terrorizing me. So I was hoping to get a nerf to that gun, but I did not see it in the patch notes. Also, I don't know what's going on with the connection in the game still. I was hoping to see that they would address this at some level. They could have in the back end of things and optimized it, but I haven't seen it yet, and that is something that I wish they would really continue to work on, is the optimization of that and working on it. I know Virginia servers are still down. So if you're on the East Coast, you've probably seen that as well as I am. So let's get into the patch notes. I'm only going to go over, highlight some of the most important things that I think are very prevalent, and I will link the patch notes for you guys down in the description below. So obviously we all know that Fuse has come to the game. The Kings Canyon map has been changed, and we can now have the 30-30 repeater gun. So they're all videos out there about those three things in particular. So, and then we have the gold magazines, which is a big one that was added to the game, and that's going to be replacing the gold stabilizer in the loot pool. So the big thing is that you're going to have for the quality of life updates, which is a lot of things that people, or at least one thing that a lot of people have wanted, which is going to be the in-game damage counter. So now they are going to have that in-game damage counter for you guys so that you can see how much damage you've done. They've also added some pinging ammo stuff to you guys. I think this applies mostly to PC because player wants ammo in quick chat. Colorblind update, they did that, and they are going to be, I play on a colorblind mode. I believe it's try something to Nopia. It's the last one, the colorblind stuff, but I do it for the reticle more than anything else. But that is going to be updated so that healing and reviving will now follow colorblind rules when colorblind settings are enabled. I care less. They got some lore blurbs and stuff like that. Not a big deal. But let's talk about legend meta. So obviously we thought this was coming, and we do have a hitbox adjustment to Wraith. So obviously Wraith being one of the strongest characters in the game, she also is a low profile character, so they did change her hitbox, and it looks like a lot of that changes were made mostly along in the torso and leg areas. She's still going to retain that low profile, and they are saying that they're going to be monitoring this in her win rates to see if any power can be given back in other ways in the future. So maybe to her phase or maybe to her portal. So that'll be interesting to see. We've got some stuff that Rampart got outside of the 45 health while her walls are being constructed. We did a video on that. But the Sheila angle will increase from 120 degrees to 180 degrees. And they are going to be monitoring that one as well. That's still, like I said, it's still hard with Rampart because the game changes so fast, and she's such a defensive character. So, but they're going to be watching her to see if this helps, and then to see if this is going to be too strong. The Horizon, man, they nerfed her right into the ground. The gravity lift effective cooldown has now been increased from 21 seconds to 25 seconds. And the 15-second cooldown timer will now start when the gravity lift disappears. So that's where we're at with Horizon. So anyone who enjoyed playing her, good luck, because you know, so much for using the gravity lift, which was the whole point of Horizon. That made her so fun, being able to move around. Whatever. I mean, I'm sure that this is gonna. I'm sure enough people, I'm hoping, will complain, and they'll take another look at that. But you know, they're saying that her win rate is she rivals Wraith in win and pick rate. I don't see the problem with that. I don't understand why that's a bad thing. You should be able to. There should be. You want diversity in strong legends, so that this way not everyone's picking the same legend. So I don't know. They nerf Wraith, bring her back in line. They nerf Horizon to bring her down to. I don't understand. Whatever. I think they need some. I don't know what analytics they're looking at, but anyway, they just made Horizon not as much fun to play. That's for sure. Sorry for going on a rant about that, because I enjoy Horizon. I think a lot of other people do as well. She's been a really fun character to have. It's not like her ultimate is super strong. Can be in the right hands though. Octane's jump pad has been. They fixed some stuff with his jump pad, so we'll go over that. Hitting the jump pad from a standing position will launch players along a higher arc, the speed and trajectory of the old super jump, and now from a crouch position, players will launch along along a low arc, meaning they'll fly lower and farther in a horizontal direction. So that has been addressed with his jump pad. I thought they were going to see some bigger changes with Octane, but I guess not. Crypto, they took out his ability to stick our stars to friendly drones. I never actually saw this in a game, but I think I would have liked to. Loba, they made her so now that you can loot inside unopened care package, and you'll be able to get them through the black market boutique. Caustic, the big one for Caustic. This is a big one for the game for all you people who kill, anytime you kill a Caustic or something, somehow his ultimate always freaking goes off. It's crazy. But all gas now dissipates as soon as Caustic team is eliminated. Thank goodness. That is long overdue. I think they actually said that this was a bug. This got a lot of traction from a pro player who I think might have either died. Something happened to him and he started freaking out about it or whatever. Thank goodness, because this needed to go away a long time ago. So we're glad to see the Caustic stuff kind of come back in line. Caustic still needs some other reworks, but I'll take them when I can get them. So Mirage's his decoys now will create footsteps. This was an accident. They didn't actually mean to release this in the last patch, but it did. It probably created some confusion. But his decoys will now have footsteps. And then we're gonna go into weapon meta now. So for your fully kitted weapons, your gold weapons, they have taken out the Wingman, the Sentinel, the Havoc, the G7, and the Alternator are now gone from that loot pool, and in its place is going to be the R301, the 3030 repeater, the Mozambique, the Longbow, and the Spitfire. Obviously, we already said the gold barrel is gone from the loot pool, and the hop-ups that are now gone are the double tap, and in their place, you're having anvil rounds show back up, which is great. I like the anvil rounds on the 301. Didn't use them so much in the flatline, but on the 301, I loved them. Double tap, I could really care less about. I know a lot of people just didn't like double tap on the G7. You might as well just be single firing and that a lot faster than the double tap. So, but for all you EVA 8 people, I'm sure you'll be kind of sad. Volt, I had a feeling that this one was coming. The Volt one was a big one. Bullet damage decrease from 16 to 15. Volt is a super strong weapon if you don't already know. I actually like it a little bit better than the R99. I'd rather have a Volt in my hand, especially if I'm going up against a Caustic or Gibraltar. It makes it a lot easier to take down. If you have an R99 and you are missing shots, good luck, my friend, because they are way too fortified and too strong to be taking them down. Alternator, big fans of the Alternator. We get a bullet damage increase from 15 to 16. So interesting to see how the Alternator plays out now into the game. Still got that slow fire rate, but man, people, if you're missing R99 shots, pick up an Alternator, because that's going to be your best friend. That slower fire rate will help you connect on some of those shots, and now they've got a damage increase, and that gun has a big mag, so interesting to see how this is going to be playing out in the arena. Spitfire, for all you guys who like the Spitfire, you get a bullet damage increase from 18 to 19, but you are going to be impacted on your reload speed from 2.8 seconds to a 3.2, so longer reload, and if you're on an empty reload, 3.33 seconds to a 3.8 seconds. And EVA 8 fans, even though you lost your double tap, you do get a fire rate increase from 2.0 to 2.1, so a little bit of love there, but not a lot, and EVA 8 is kind of a low tier gun, so it's that early game gun that you just want to get rid of. So that's what you're going to see there. And then they got some random bug fixes in here that are not really all that interesting. They did fix some stuff with clubs. So people who had some issues with clubs, they did take a look at that. So if you're interested in that, I would go into the article and read it here. One of the big ones had to do with the being the kick from clubs. So it looks like they fixed that issue. And other than that, they just got some other small little fixes, throughout the game, like thermites deal damage through certain walls on Olympus. They fixed that, and then fixed an issue preventing some heirlooms from appearing in the heirloom shop, and the crowd's not cheering him past town takeover. So they fixed some of that. But that's really all that we've got for the patch notes. Like I said, I didn't miss a whole lot of stuff. I did leave some of them out. But like I said, if you want the full list, go to the article, read it, but I didn't really leave a whole lot out that wasn't pertinent. Like I said, I would have liked to seen some other things included in the patch notes. Maybe there's some secret stuff that they did that they're not telling us that'll eventually come out. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below about maybe something that you didn't see in the patch notes that you were hoping for in Season 8. Other than that, that's all I have for you today, and I will see you guys in the next video.